there are a couple parts of that are a little funny. So for medical students, I think it's the AAMC has a quiz that you can take where you say, oh, I want to do this type of stuff in my practice. I want to see a lot of inpatients, outpatients. I want to do procedures and things of that nature. And I took that, and I'll take a step back and say that when I first got into medical school, I said, oh, I'll probably be a pediatrician or a family medicine doctor, primary care. That was always my intention. And then I took that quiz, and it actually had on there as one of my, I think ENT was 1 or 2, and I had never considered ear, nose, and throat. I had zero experience with an ear, nose, and throat doctor growing up. I didn't ever need one. And then, so that kind of planted the seed. And then during my second year of medical school, it's when you do your more in-depth specialty specific classes. And so we had our ear, nose, and throat class, which I think was only 2 weeks. It was a really short course because it's a very specific field. And I remember seeing the pictures of the anatomy that of the neck, because of course, as you might imagine, the anatomy of the neck is incredibly detailed. And there's a big picture of it, and I just kind of geeked out staring at it, just, oh wow, that's so cool. And then I did my rotations, and I loved the people. I think everybody finds that different specialties attract certain personalities, and I just really clicked with a lot of the personalities of people I encountered while I was on my ear, nose, and throat rotation. And so that, of course, was reassuring. And then I think the final couple things about it that really just solidified it. One, on my last day of the rotation, I remember being really sad. It was my last day of the rotation. I did a thyroidectomy, and I just remember thinking like, oh, I don't want that to be my last thyroidectomy. That was really fun. Like, what's so great about it is you can have a cancer and you fix it. It's like, especially thyroid cancer, it's one of those nice behaving cancers. So I can cure someone's cancer, and that is so cool to say. In a one-stop shop, couple hour surgery, their cancer's done. And that's really cool. So I love that. And then the other part of ear, nose, and throat, which I really appreciate, is that I get to have long-term relationships with my patients. Yeah, that one thyroid cancer patient I may see a few times, and then that they don't have to see me anymore. But then there are people who have chronic problems, like chronic sinus problems, that I get to have a relationship with them for their lives. And then they bring their kids to me because their kids get the same problems. And so it becomes a family affair. And I like to get to know people that way too. Because as much as I like surgery, if you're a general surgeon, say you're an emergency acute surgery general surgeon, you do someone's appendectomy, and then that's the extent of your interaction with them. So I appreciate that at ear, nose, and throat I get to have a little bit of a longer term relationship. So that kind of ties back to my very original reason for coming into medicine, which was thinking about doing primary care. And a lot of people, the only doctor they see is their ear, nose, and throat. So I get to serve a little bit of that primary care function. Of course, I'm going to stay in my lane and not overstep my boundaries for what I should be doing for patient care. But I just appreciate that I get to have that relationship with people. So very long answer.